Hi, I'm Alexandra Harbushka with Life with Herpes, and I'm here with
Belize Spivey, STD life coach.
Love it. Okay, so we both have herpes, as you would probably guess from watching this. So Belize, there's herpes, and then there's the stigma of herpes, right? So there's the actual blister, there's the actual outbreak, and then there's all the emotional baggage that goes with it.
Yep.
What's worse?
It depends on the person's point of view. It really do. Because I'm sure you see this in the community. We got people who I don't care, is no big deal because they're not having outbreaks. And then you have the people who just like, it's just a stigma. For them, it's just a stigma because outbreaks don't affect them. Then you got the people that the outbreaks are their worst nightmare. And the stigma is like, whatever, I don't care about that. It's just the outbreaks. And then you got people in the middle who just like, the stigma just gets on my nerves.
Right.
So I feel like we just know it's three types of people, and I feel like it just depends on the person. What matters to you? For me, for so long, it was just the stigma. I couldn't stand the stigma. It was saying that you're promiscuous and you're nasty, you're disgusting. I could not stand that because it's like I know I'm none of that. And sadly to say, what I'm doing, you doing more than me, and I'm not even judging you for what you do. So why are you judging me because I got an STD now? What's the difference? You're only skating by one or two people or another oral something or another kiss and boom, it happens to you. So I just didn't like that because I knew, especially since I was in college, that we were all mixing and mingling. So I was like, I don't want anybody thinking that because it's not true. We're all typically doing the same thing. The only difference is I don't have a boyfriend and you do.
Right. Right.
So what makes it any difference even though you had 3 boyfriends this year and I had none? So you had 3 men, I had 3 men. What's the difference? But that was just my take on it. I just really couldn't stand the stigma. But if you're an individual who have a lot of outbreaks, now that's going to drive you crazy. Herpes is going to drive you nuts. And then after you get over that point, then the stigma is going to bother you because you're like, okay, I got over that part. Now I got to deal with what if somebody's going to want me? Yeah, they will. But, sadly to say people don't. But I feel like it just depends on your experience with herpes because it's so different for every person.
I think that's a great way to answer it because there are these different phases that we go through, right? And like when you don't have an outbreak, it's like you forget that you even have it. It's not even a big deal. When you do get the outbreak, of course, it usually comes at a time either if you're sick or you're on vacation or the times when you're like, of course I have my, this going on right now, so that gets frustrating or maybe I don't know about you, but we talked about sleep that causes outbreaks. And I know a lot of times ahead of time, if I'm going to be traveling or things, I'm like, man, am I going to get this outbreak? And I got to, adjust my lifestyle to maybe work up to a trip, right? To make sure I'm prepared and rested and fueled my body correctly. But back to is it worse? Is the outbreak worse or the stigma worse? I really think it's the stigma because it's a pain. That's all it is, a pain. It lasts a couple days. That's it. It's like a bad zit. Like it's like getting a zit at prom, or that's all it is.
Over for today.
That's it. It's like, so what? Can't have sex today.
Yeah, that's okay. But I agree with you. The stigma is the worst, and I feel like that's the reason why we do what we do.
Yeah, that's it.
Because the stigma is the sucky part. It's like, how can I get over a stigma that don't seem like it's moving? And I feel like, truthfully, I think it's moving. We just don't see it moving.
Yeah.
I see it different. I'm sure you can see it with your channel. It's moving. Yeah. Your channel's growing, mine's growing. It's like, oh, it's moving. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this video. And if you want more information on me, you can go to lifewithherpes.com or check out the Life with Herpes YouTube channel. And of course, if you want more information on HerpAlert, check out HerpAlert's YouTube channel, as well as go to HerpAlert.com. See you in the next video.